Hi YouTube. So the last video we were talking about experiencing a disconnect between what the heart may be experiencing, perhaps fear and anxiety in a relationship, and what the mind is rationalizing, perhaps the abusive behavior uh, of a partner. And so it appears as if there is a disconnect because the mind acts as an advocate for the abusive behavior. So one thing that we can do when we experience this disconnect is to start living in the here and now. And by that I mean to assess and evaluate the relationship for what it is right now rather than what it used to be. So bring focus back to what things are like right now, addressing what is not being met, or what is hurtful, what is harmful, what are the things that I like in the here and now, what are the things that I don't like, and how can I address what I don't like, how can I address things that are within my control. So one thing we need to remind ourselves is that the only person that we can change is ourselves. We can't change anyone else but ourselves, and that helps us recognize that the only person's behavior that we're responsible for is ours, and that brings us to a level of acceptance for where we're at in our relationships. So when you are accepting a relationship for what it is, you're accepting it even when it is having an unpleasant state. Acceptance does not mean that we have to like it or that we agree with it, but we can accept it for what it is, for the fact that we cannot change it, but we can change how we respond. We can change our own reaction. Other ways to bring our focus to the here and now is what can we do to add meaning to our lives in the here and now, what it is that we like, perhaps a hobby or an interest that we might like to build on. Some people fancy walking in nature and find that therapeutic. Others find it helpful to maintain a gratitude journal. So making a record of things that we can be grateful for in the here and now. Sometimes discussing your upset behavior with your partner, discussing the upset with them can offer opportunities for growth. Speaking at a time when you are able to make that conversation by taking out the emotions from it. And by that I mean where you are at a place where you feel less vulnerable emotionally. So you can talk without the physical or the verbal abuse, and you can speak without getting your emotions involved. So as in, for example, I felt this when you said this, and getting your point across as briefly and as succinctly as possible. Now, having done all of this, it might or it mightn't work out. You mightn't find conversation helpful, or no opportunities, or offering no opportunities for growth. But in any case, there are other things, as we've mentioned, discussed before, that we can do to bring our focus not where it was, not in the love bombing zone or the initial stages of the relationship with the narcissist, but to bring it in the here and now and what it is I am experiencing and accept it, to reach a level of acceptance, accepting the unpleasantness, accepting it for where it is at, but also accepting that it doesn't have to be where it is right now, and focusing on relationship goals. Where do I want this relationship to be, or how would I like it to look like um, in a year's time or a few years' time? Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below, and what steps you might have taken to deal with disconnect if you've experienced it. Thank you, YouTube. Bye.